Hello, hi, welcome to my channel, Eyes That See with Rhonda. I'm Rhonda, and today I want to talk about how the truth is really much stranger than fiction. Just some things that God has revealed to me over the years. I just wanted to share with you. You can believe it, not believe it. You can research it on your own, because now there is uh, a lot of information out about. They now are going and letting you know that, yes, there are UFOs that do exist. The government's advising us about them. They've known about them for a long, long, long time. They even have where they know there's other entities. They know they're interdimensional beings. They know they're demonic in nature. They know that they have worked in deals with them. The governments of the world have for many, many years to keep it under wraps. They like the technology that these demons are able to give them in exchange, and they show them minerals of the earth, where to get resources. They teach them with technology, and there's different advances that just the secret things that the fallen ones have information to, that they relay it onto the sons of man for in exchange for a lot of them like flesh. They like human flesh. That's why they underrepresent the amount of missing children that are never recovered. Missing people from like any of those parks, natural parks, they grossly underrepresent who's missing. They have underground military bases, like under Roswell, Area 51, and Dulce. Just all over the country, they have different strategic uh, underground bases, military bases, where they do experiments with these aliens or interdimensional beings. They work in conjunction with them. They do hybrids. They splice. They do experiments on people. They do just a lot of diabolical things. There are that are happening under the ground, under our feet. There are children being kept in cages underneath the ground, in tunnels underneath the ground, in America, in cities in America. There are underground cities in America. There's a whole network. And this is, ask these truckers, like semi truckers. They have a whole interconnected, like freeway systems underneath the actual ground. Like, this is you can look these things up, but I've seen, God has shown me huge cities, wall to wall, like homes, like people working, like you work your 9 to 5 job. They have scientists and geologists, and there was even a geologist who worked for the government. His name was Phil Schneider, and in, I think, the 90s, he exposed Dulce. There was a deep underground military base there where they were working with the interdimensional beings, and there was the big fight, because they're, what's the word? They're not they're not of God, so they're of Satan, and Satan's folks don't like humanity at all. So they are like a malicious type of being. They are not, they don't come up to the ground very often, because they don't like humanity. Uh, they do eat flesh. There are different types of them. There are reptilians, which I believe can shapeshift. They have the scaly skin. A lot of the people that you idolize, these celebrities, a lot of them are replacements. They've been replaced by other entities that are not. They don't have a soul. They're not human of God anymore. They're gone. Like, a lot of times, these people, like, we'll give you a case in point. You want to be famous, so you got some God-given talent. You go out there and you want to make it big, and you get a deal. You get a break, And from this break, you have an agent, and they take you to those little events, and you're getting known, and you're starting to come into your own, and you're doing really well. And there's a certain level that you hit where it's time to see if you're ready to take a deal, if you're ready to, if they think that you're good enough to promote Satan's agenda, because you got to have a lot of talent. You got to have a big fan base. People have to, idolize you. You have to be able to get the masses. You got to have that star thing. They got to see that, because that's what Satan wants. He wants you to be able to bring more souls to him. So when they see you got that it thing, they want to offer you be part of this club, this thing. And it looks great. Everybody looks happy. Everybody's like smiling all day, and they just get everything. They have everything their way. It looks like, a Kardashian episode or whatever. I haven't watched it in a long time, but they're like, seem like they get what they want, right? They do what they want, get what they want. That's what they show you, the glamorous side. So you think, wow, that glamour, and they got money, and they do everything. That sounds great. I've been working so hard, and I would love to get that kind of money and that kind of fame. Sure, absolutely. You don't read the fine print because you're so excited with the lights and the glimmer, and you don't see that when you make that deal, when you take on that role of, I will exchange my soul for this bit of fame and notoriety and this little bit of money. You don't read the fine print that says, I'm now owned, bought, and paid for by Lucifer, and I now am one of his agents. My job is to take other souls to hell through whatever my talent is. I'm now on the clock, and it doesn't stop. And if I don't, I could be hurt, killed, my family could be killed, and then we could be replaced. And you'll never know the difference, because they can take your DNA and make a duplicate of you. They can, and it's so interesting how Satan works, because he'll put it right in your face. You'll see it in a movie, but you'll think it's entertainment. You'll have no idea that these people are actually scared out of their minds, because they no longer have the right to even say anything. They can't speak up. They've literally just sold out everything to the devil, so they can't say anything. They won't get saved. Nobody will believe them. And they have to just keep doing what they're told, going to the rituals, doing these sacrifices, doing whatever is called for so they can stay alive. And then most of them, especially in these end times, they get killed off anyway, because they can't take it. So they get killed, they get cloned, and then you see them go away to rehab or away for a while, and then they show back up and they look so much different. Like Jamie Foxx got in that accident. He looks, yeah, that's not Jamie. Kanye West came back. Kanye Southwest or Northwest. He just looks taller and bigger. It's the same, different, everything eyes. Dave Chappelle went away. Africa used to be thin and shrunken in face. All of a sudden, he's big and buff, and he's coming back. And it's Eminem. I could just keep going on and on and on about how these aren't the same people. They've been gone. You can look and they're gone. Their eyes, they're gone. Their soul, they're gone. Beyond, gone. Britney Spears, gone. Justin Timberlake, gone. They're all of these celebrities that you just idolize and adore. They're gone. They've been gone. Christina Aguilera, gone. All those little Mickey Mouse Club kids, gone. They're not there anymore. Something has happened. They've been removed. They've been removed and they've been replaced. And the people, they do that on purpose to keep everybody else in line, whoever else is left, because they don't dare speak out or say anything if everybody can be gone. And sometimes they just get rid of your clones and get rid of you altogether if they're completely done. I mean, if they really want to teach a lesson, you'll have a heart attack, you'll have an aneurysm, everybody else is too scared to say anything. You're just done. Bernie Mac. It's just the way that Satan's world is. It's just trickery, it's deceit. You never get the deal that you're promised. You might get 10 years. You're supposed to have 10 years of fame and fortune, but he'll cut it short, especially in the end times, because the devil doesn't play fair. He's going to lie. He's going to cut your time short. he's going to take from you way more than he ever gives you. He gives you nothing and he takes everything. And then it's still not enough because you still can't get away from it. And all the good deeds you do, all the charities you try to host, all the, because they have to live a dual nature. They have to live, you know, one side has to seem like they're charitable and giving, and even Christian, you know, a lot of them, they'll say, oh, I'm a Christian and I want to, no, the God they are worshiping is Baphomet, it's Lucifer, and they know it. But they'll tell the unsuspecting fan because they need you to idolize them. They need you to think they're one way. So you'll keep following them to hell because they're on assignment. So they're going to tell you what they need to tell you. It's just the way it is. So they'll tell you in their music, though. Like the music might be the only places they get their freedom, or in the creativity with the movies that you'll go watch. But we're so busy being entertained, we don't see the messages. We don't see they're screaming for help. We don't see that they want somebody to save them, that they want somebody to destroy this whole demonic industry and just free these people, the ones that do have their souls. They want help. They're crying for help. They want us to see. They'll put it in the music. They tell you, you know, that they've sold their soul. They'll tell you that they feel trapped. They want to get. They tell you these things. These lyrics. It's not just them being artists and entertaining. No, they're trying to. They're screaming out at the top of their lungs for somebody to help them, and everybody's just bobbing their heads to the beat, like, you know, okay. They get on every now and again. They'll have a breakdown. They'll have a glitch, and they'll get on and they'll talk about they don't want to be cloned anymore. They don't want to go to the cloning centers. They don't want. They know that their families could be taken from them. They know that they're being watched. They don't have access to their money. They don't have access because they're constantly controlled. You can't. They're monitored 24/7. They are not even free to freely date like regular people. They all date within their own little groups. They're pretty much everybody's arranged to be with everybody because they go through the same rituals and the same stuff. So if you have no soul and you're just gone, they kind of match you with other people like that because then everybody knows, or the ones that are left that are scared, they match them. So they all just check each other. And nobody does anything outside. That's why there's like a close knit, everybody's together because they're all monitoring spirits. They're all being watched. They all have handlers. They all know what they signed up for, and they desperately, I'm sure, want to get out. But for a lot of them, it's not going to happen. A lot of them have already passed. A lot of them have already come to the understanding that this is what they did. And that's why a lot of them would say, if I would have known, I would have never chose this life. I would never have chose this. But they can't really say that because again, they're always monitored. They're always happy, smiling and look happy and look like they're just living the life. When in actuality, they would trade in 2 seconds to have their soul back and be back just even as poor as they can be, poorer than me. They'd be ecstatic to be because they'd at least feel like they could be free and have their soul. So that's, I feel bad for them, honestly. I feel bad for these celebrities. I feel bad for what they've given up for this what's on earth. This all the heaven y'all gonna see? This ain't it. It's definitely not it. It's not worth it. It's not worth what you witness, what you watch, what you participate in, who you've become, what you subject yourself to. It's not worth it. And you have to understand that so you can take into account and know that these are not your idols. These are not people that you should look up to and worship. You should honestly pray that they can get out and that God can save them, because there's no, when you know the levels of depravity, just that stuff you heard about P. Diddy, that's nothing. Like that, he's only one minor little trinkle in a whole sea of just an abyss of nonsense. I mean, they're all, the Lord revealed, they're all in on it. They all are they're just very wicked. A lot of them know about what the other ones do. And it's a very, very devious, deep, long, disgusting, just a disgusting group. It's awful. And I won't listen to them. I used to listen to a lot of R&B. No. I get rid of all of it. Hip hop, no. There's a lot, even gospel, some gospel, and no. Some of it just the people, what they have put themselves through, what they do in exchange to make that, even the movies. No. A lot of it, no. I see what you had to do to get that part. No. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to see that. You need to understand that this world is not how it appears, and these people are not who they seem, and they're not, definitely not your savior. They're not going to change anything about your life, because they're actually sent to destroy, because that's the deal they made, and they have to, because it would be them or you, and they don't care about you. They want to save themselves. They want to take care of themselves. So just be aware when you just be aware in all your comings and goings. Be mindful that some people are not what they seem. People walk amongst us that are not people. You pray for discernment and understanding, because the Lord is going to start revealing more of that in the earth. You're going to start seeing more of that. You're even seeing now, you see these cases of these, the Nephilim have returned, been here. You see the 8-foot tall people. They're like 7, 8 foot tall in different countries, just coming out of the woodwork, or taller. They're returning, and everybody's just like, oh, they're in all of them. Don't be in all of them, because they're not idols. They're not gods. They're not what you think they are. They are not. They're not good entities. They may appear one way, but I caution you to avoid being around them. Avoid being around anything that seems like it's shock and awe. Maybe it's good to stay inside. Maybe it'll be good to just kind of back away from that. Let somebody else discover that bright light over there. just sometimes just let that be. Sometimes it's not all. No, it could be something that would not be a good idea. Just be aware that things are coming in this earth that are returning back, that we have maybe seen in movies, but we just thought it was entertainment. So when it comes in real life and we're like, oh, maybe just not be the first one to rush with the big, hey, aliens, I'm so excited that you guys came down. Let's be friends. Because not all of them want to be your friend, and they don't like God. So I would leave them alone and pray about it. Ask God, use discernment, pray about anything that seems like it's too far-fetched. If you have any questions, take them to the Lord, because this is some very interesting times, and you just need to guard your heart, guard your mind, and be prepared, and understand that things are not as they seem, and this world, truth is stranger than fiction. So thank you again for joining me on my little rumble about some of the things God has uncovered to me. But always ask questions. If you have any questions, please comment, like, share, or subscribe below, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. But until next time, thank you guys for joining me, and have a good night.